Alright, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online. Let's continue where we stopped the last time. We're still trying to rescue Zira. But first, there looks like there's a book here. Ballad's Journal. Let's see, entry 42. Lights again. I didn't think much of it last night, just the glimmer of stars on a calm sea and the glariness of my eyes at the late hour. They're back again tonight and closer, I think. Well, beyond my ability to glimpse at any rate, just the odd flicker or flash. Entry 43. Storms rolling in. Sky over the seas turning steely. Must have been what I'd seen the last few nights, thunder and lightning. I should know better. Entry 44. I've never seen a storm just sort of creep. It's just sort of lingering out at sea, like it's hardly moved. Waiting. I don't like it. I'm going to board up the windows and check the levee tomorrow. Entry 45. There's a ship. I can just make out the shape in the haze. There's a glow like lamps, but the light's cool. How long has it been caught in that storm, I wonder? Hope they're alright. Not much I can do from here. I'll keep an eye out. The least I can do is run to the port for help if they're sunk in the storm. Entry 46. Tava's red feathers. The ship is the storm. A merchant galley was passing near the coast tonight as I was hauling in my nets, and it was like a rod to the lightning. That creeping storm whipped up like a hurricane and lunged at a fat little trader vessel like it was alive. The ship I thought the storm had swallowed was at its head, dragging the clouds like a net around the slower ship. It spat lightning at galley's sails and buffeted it on the wind and waves. I didn't dare move. Watching helpless as the storm ship overtook the galley, I could barely hear shouts and screams over the thunder. My desire to flee finally shook me free of my horror, and I thanked my blessings that I'd gone overlooked. Entry 47. They're coming. Find Alina. Tell her I love her. Pray for me. Who is they? Who is they? And is it the Iron Will that he's talking about? Alright, let's hope the Daedric pets do not ruin this for us. He almost spotted us right there. Why can't we kill him? This is very strange. We got the prison key, but for some reason there, we could not use the Blade of Woe on him. I don't know why. It's gonna be a lot of items on this ship, and I'm gonna loot a ton of them. We're not trespassing, so this person seeing us is not gonna be a problem. Because we're not trespassing, so.
What mischief are you up to over there?
Just pretend it's not your business and you'll stay alive. Now here's walk softly.
You'll be charged with desecrating Aldenovia Tomb, a capital offense. Cooperate, and I'll argue leniency.
Before we go rescue her, let's see if we can do some looting. Ships are a great place to loot stuff. Okay, so this is our recipe here that we have. But we're running really low. Oh, we have 21 radish? Okay, I guess our provisioner got us some stuff. Not our provisioner, I mean our hireling. Because the last time we tried to craft some of that, I realized we had only one radish left. So for anyone who's wondering, one of the best places to grab provisioning items are ships and dungeons and delves. You'll just find a ton of things in there. And once you loot them, what you basically do is you can log out, log back in, and they'll have respawned. So you just loot again.
And what are you doing here?
Before we talk to Rambeek.
Do not add to my problems.
Who is this? She's a prisoner as well. I feel bad for her. Okay, let's talk to the inspector.
The thief from Fulstrom Homestead, wasn't it? Why are you here?
Zira isn't going to Tanith.
So you say to an unarmed man. You seem to have the upper hand, for the moment. This won't stop. The Iron Wheel shall not stop, until there is a trial. Desecrating a family tomb, every noble in Tanith wants to see justice served.
Well, Tanith can have Nicholas.
You mean Kosh? He insists he was duped by the Thieves Guild. His story doesn't completely add up, but Zira has not spoken since her arrival. Without proof, his story is the most convincing.
Well, Magnifica Flora has proof the journal Nicholas used to plan the dowry heist.
Dowry heist? You name your crimes? I once gave you a chance to surrender. Instead, you attacked my men and fled with a valuable relic. I'm not inclined to take you at your word.
Let's not lie. Let's just say at least I have your full attention.
Chief Inspector Rambeek!
The other thief? Surrender, all of you. The Iron Wheel is relentless. We serve a higher calling than gold or riches.
What? You seem the type to talk all day.
Zira, you aren't the only prisoner we freed. They're on shore and itching to come back to the Thieves Guild.
Yes, yes, a charming reunion. Open the cage so we can know.
I almost said something pithy like, "You're late," or "About time." But really, I'm glad to see every one of you. Even Velsa.
Welcome back. Are you alright?
Better now that I'm out of that cell. I can't wait to return to the den. After we've taken care of some business.
What sort of business?
Thieves Guild business. The Iron Wheel thought to save themselves another trip to Tanith. They loaded this ship with contraband. But we're going to steal it. We're going to take everything they squeezed from Abaz Landing.
Not like we have a choice.
Everyone, listen up. Quen, good work freeing the prisoners. There are a few more on this ship. Break them out and send them topside.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. We'll need them to strip this vessel.
Might I say, you are the most magnificent Magnifica I've ever met. You elevate the cesspit of Abaz Landing with your very presence.
Yeah,
Who
flattery.
are you again?
But a humble Argonian who looks
He's
forward
flattering
to
her.
pleasures.
Let's just find a rowboat below here and be done with it. Oh, look at all this fish. Guess we cannot take it. Okay, so now we have to meet Zira at the den. Okay, let's talk.
Until I spent time in a cell, I didn't realize how much this place had grown on me. It's good to be back. But it's better to have robbed the Iron Will of their dignity, our guildmates, and a dockload of ill-gotten goods.
Do you think they'll come after us?
With what? They can't look to Magnifica Flora for help. She hired the Iron Wheel to recover her dowry. When they did, she stopped funding them. After what we took from the Iron Wheel, they'll barely have enough to ship Nicholas to Tanith.
What will happen to him?
What they'd planned to do with me. They'll put him on trial. A show trial because the people want revenge. When he's convicted, well, I hear the guillotine is popular in Tanith. But Nicholas is the past. I'm interested in the future.
Well, Magnifica Flora had an offer for the Thieves Guild.
Never waste an opportunity. Huh. Nicholas used to say that. Well then, let's see what Tanith nobles think lucrative means.
Grand Amnesty Edict. We'll have to see what that means, but...
As for the rest of you, I'm naming you as part of my Thieves' Council. I'll need those I can trust in the coming months. Yes, even Velsa. Counselor Emeritus, if it suits.
This calls for a drink. Or 5. Where's Andari?
Huzzah! Meaningless titles.
Don't be so, well, you.
My apologies for interrupting. Your Lord Thrag escorted me here. Magnifica Flora requests Zira call upon her at the earliest convenience.
I'll have to celebrate later. Opportunity waits for none of us, whatever title we have.
What would you have us do? Stare at one another until your return?
What does it matter to you? Aren't you retired?
Semi-retired. And what would you suggest? Hold hands and sing songs?
Hardly. The only tune you know is grating.
I think I'm starting to like you.
Alright, so let's talk to Zira and see what's up here.
It's good to be back. I used to hate this place when we first moved in. It's really grown on me.
What does Magnifica Flora want?
She told me as much at the wedding. For the merchant lords of Abba's Landing to be kept on a leash. I think that's a service we can provide. It gets us a foothold in Tanith, and who knows where that could lead.
Alright. So looks like we've completed the main story for the Thieves Guild.
We did it, partner! That was exhilarating. Beyond the part where I thought the iron wheel was going to cut me in half.
Okay.
The Thieves Guild is restored. I grieve for lost friends and cohorts, but I know they would be pleased to see all of us succeed.
Okay.
I'll enjoy holding this over Zira's head for the rest of her life.
Okay, so we're done with the Thieves Guild DLC. Let's see, we got a couple of things there. I think we got a title as well. No, just, we don't have that title yet. We didn't get a title yet. But, we did get a skill point, which we're not going to spend yet because I have plans for it. But yeah, that is the Thieves Guild DLC. We've completed it, and now we need to figure out what we're going to do next. Let's take a look at here and see what awaits us. We still have to do Cadwells Silver, and we still have an Oracle of Azura named Rio Paracus needs my help. Some malevolent force conspires to destroy her order and perhaps all of Tamriel. Okay, of Council and Kings, this is Cadwells Silver. Craglon. Alright, here's the thing. There's a few DLCs we can get into that will be in collections. These are dungeons. We've done the Dark Brotherhood, we've done the Thieves Guild. I'd want to get into Orsinium and the Imperial City, but I have a feeling they are fairly long DLCs. And they are not DLCs I'd want to get into with Morrowind set to drop maybe in about 2 weeks or so. Because as soon as Morrowind drops, I want to get into it. I wouldn't want to abandon these halfway through and then go to Morrowind, then have to track back later. Maybe we'll do that. Let me do some research and see how long those two DLCs are. For now, let's go to Teria. We did quite a number of missions for Azura. Probably it was when we were doing like what? We had like about 50, 60, 70 videos. We basically haven't done a mission for Azura in quite a while, so let's go and knock that off. I hope it won't be a drawn-out affair. Alright, so we need to go talk to Rhea. Where would she be? Craglon, I'm not sure I know where that is. Let's just take a look at our journal here. Wayrest, which is in Stormhaven. Okay, we're not gonna bother with any of the other missions in this place. Well, because this is a Cadwells Gold zone. It will be the third and last zone we go through. That will most definitely probably be after we do the Morrowind DLC. Or the Morrowind chapter, depending on how big Morrowind ends up being.
Graceful shape I heave up high, and in one hand I hold her nigh. Her waving lips are never dry. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss.
You'll notice that I left that lore book alone because it may be connected to other things in this area that I don't want to throw off when we're finally exploring Wayrest. So we'll read those in their rightful context. First, let's see what Rhea wants.
Ah, right on time. I'm joking, of course. Honestly, I feared you wouldn't come. Divination and prophecy yield few certainties. Still, this vision was clearer than most. You and I, this room, the scent of ale and wood smoke. Yes, this was meant to be.
You can see the future?
I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. I see a tangle of futures, a swirling mass of action and consequence. Every now and again, though, a specific moment strikes like a thunderbolt. Moments like this. Some dark entity stalks the oracles of Azura.
Okay, tell me about the oracles of Azura.
Yes, servants of the Twilight Queen. My friends and I decipher visions of the future for other votaries of Azura. Unfortunately, something is abducting us one by one. Bring this crystal to Pariah Abbey. Our Rose Mother will tell you the rest.
Okay.
I do hope you'll hurry to Pariah Abbey. I see the other oracles, my friends, languishing in chains. A prison that hurtles through space and time, filled with Daedra and choking steam. Oh, gives me vertigo just thinking about it.
How do you know Azura will speak to me?
Because you're anointed by fate, or something close to fate. I stopped arguing the specifics years ago. The Queen of Dawn and Dusk needs your help. Trust me, Azura's desires are hard to miss. She is insistent. She'll speak to you, believe me.
Yeah, I know she will. Because we've done some work for her. We've worked with Azura, we've worked with Meridia. And I don't know if there's any other Daedric prince or princess that we've worked with. Wouldn't be surprised if Meridia comes.
You want to
calling.
make some gold, Walker?
Gold is the least of my problems right now. I want to see how far away this Pariah Abbey is. Lest we end up riding for hours. Not too far out, okay? still chasing? Come on, man. Let it go. Azura, we meet again. What do you need this time?
Rejoice, mortal. You stand in the presence of beauty and terror, between pale light and long shadows. I am Azura, Queen of Dawn and Dusk. I have a task for you.
Yeah, I know who you are. Have you forgotten? Well, Rhea told me that Daedric forces are abducting your oracles.
She speaks the truth. The halls of Oblivion fill with whispers. Collusion, conspiracy. I believe some of my fellow princes seek to blind me. They know how much I treasure my servants. They would steal what I hold most dear.
Can't you just rescue them yourself?
I cannot. The prince's compact with Sotha Seal binds my hands. You must be the vessel of my wrath. I sense my oracles, adrift in the void, imprisoned in pockets of oblivion, hidden dimensions, only accessible through Nirn. You will rescue them.
How can I open these pockets of oblivion?
My enemy servants likely use void keys. Powerful charms capable of tearing small holes in the veil of oblivion. They require Daedric essence to function. Slay any Daedra you find and claim their essence. A charged void key will open any pocket.
Okay. So, kill any Daedra anywhere to collect their essence. That's very vague from you, Azura. Wait, let's ask her how we find them. See, Daedra cannot be killed, only banished. Okay, so we're just gonna have to find Daedra, I guess. The one place I know reliably to kill Daedra is this dolmen's. So, let's go to that dolmen there. Have we discovered this? This does not lead to a dolmen, does it? No, it doesn't. Here's one of the dolmens, but we'll have to wait for the dolmen to repopulate. And hopefully we'll get some help. So for now, we're half an hour in. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Elder Scrolls Online.